On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Talent.
A natural ability to be good at something, someone who has a natural ability to be good at something.
Examples:
A person of diverse talents. Raw talent. Numerous great professional sports talents have come from this city.
Smattering.
A small, superficial, or limited amount of knowledge of something, a slight or incomplete understanding or familiarity with a subject or topic.
Examples:
A smattering of applause. Smattering of rain. I only have a smattering of knowledge on the subject, so I can only provide a little insight.
Tinker.
To make repairs, adjustments, or improvements to something, especially in an experimental or makeshift way.
Examples:
Tinker with the bill. Tinker with the settings. He spent the afternoon tinkering with his car engine.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Exert.
To put forth effort, to put into action, to bring into play.
Examples:
Exert control. Exert influence. He exerted himself to lift the heavy weight.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Yield.
The total output of crops, profits, etc. that are produced. Verb, to produce or supply helpful something, such as a profit, an amount of food, or information.
Examples:
Corn yield. The yield on the bond. The company's stock gives a high yield.
Subtle.
Not readily apparent or visible.
Examples:
Subtle changes. A subtle poison. The room was painted in a subtle pink hue.
Sneaky.
Behaving in a deceptive or underhanded way, characterized by stealth or secretiveness.
Examples:
Sneaky tactics, sneaky behavior. The sneaky thief slipped into the house through an unlocked window.
Volume:
The amount of space occupied by an object or substance, the magnitude of sound.
Examples:
Volume of work, high volume. This container has a volume of 10 cubic meters.
Teeny:
Extremely small, tiny.
Examples:
Teeny bit, so teeny tiny. The ring was so teeny that it almost looked like a toy.
Codify:
To organize or arrange laws or rules into a systematic code.
Examples:
Codify lessons. Codify the law into a document. They began to codify the rules and regulations of the organization.
Texture:
The feel or appearance of a surface or substance.
Examples:
The texture of the skin. The texture of octopus. We could sense the silk's lovely texture.
Picky:
Overly particular or selective, especially about food or other consumable goods. Difficult to please or satisfy because of one's specific tastes or preferences.
Examples:
Picky personality. Picky about details. My picky eater only likes to eat certain types of vegetables.
Vocabulary:
The words used by a language, group, or individual, the knowledge and understanding of words and their meanings that a person possesses.
Examples:
Vocabulary list. Academic vocabulary. Using proper vocabulary is essential for writing a good essay.
Enabling:
Providing the means, support, or resources necessary for something to happen or be achieved, allowing or encouraging a particular behavior or activity.
Examples:
Enabling infrastructure. Enabling mindset. Enabling technologies allows people with disabilities to lead more independent lives.
Tangible:
Real and concrete, able to be perceived, especially able to be touched, of business assets, having physical substance and intrinsic monetary value.
Examples:
Tangible assets. Produce tangible results. A problem that has been pointed out for years finally becomes tangible.
Solar:
Of, from, or relating to the sun.
Examples:
The solar system. A solar eclipse. Solar panels have greatly improved not only in performance, but also in durability.
Educate:
To provide or receive instruction or training over a period of time at a school, university, etc.
Examples:
Educate student. Educate public. The school's mission is to educate young children and prepare them for the future.
Renewable.
Capable of being renewed, extended, or replaced.
Examples:
Renewable energy. Renewable subscriptions. The production of renewable fuels requires massive volumes of fresh water.
Infographic.
A visual representation of information or data often used to present complicated or complex concepts in a simple and understandable way.
Examples:
Infographic design. Infographic presentation. The company shared an impressive infographic about its annual profits.
Unexpected.
Not anticipated or regarded as likely to happen.
Examples:
An unexpected visitor. Some unexpected events. The unexpected rainstorm caused the collapse of the corral.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Humanity.
All people living on the earth, the quality or state of being human rather than an animal, a machine, etc.
Examples:
Humanity at large. Mass of humanity. They donated large sums of money for the development of humanity.
Inflict.
To cause harm, injury, or suffering to someone or something.
Examples:
Inflict a heavier tax. Inflict a hard blow. The storm inflicted significant damage on the town.
Demise.
Death or the end of something.
Examples:
Demise of bureaucracy. Meet their demise. The sudden demise of the king was a shock to everyone and threw the kingdom into chaos.
Convincing.
Able to make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
A convincing victory. Convincing biochemical explanation. I found her assertion pretty convincing.
Argument.
A set of statements or reasons used to support or refute a proposition or theory, a verbal or physical fight or dispute.
Examples:
A blazing argument. The argument against capital punishment. The argument between the two sides over the proposed policy was heated.
Actively.
In a way that involves taking action or participating actively, with energy and determination.
Examples:
Actively participate. Actively engage. I am actively looking for a new job opportunity.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Confound.
To confuse or perplex, to mix up or throw into disorder, to prove to be false or illogical.
Examples:
Confound right and wrong. Confound the problem. The unexpected events confounded the scientists, who had to rethink their hypothesis.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Frame.
A strong border or structure of the wood, metal, etc. that surrounds something such as a picture, door, or window.
Examples:
A picture frame. The frame of the policy. The detective looked for fingerprints on the window frame.
Grant.
To agree to give or allow somebody.
Examples:
Grant a new license. Grant a land. The chairperson granted him the right to speak.
Reinforce.
To strengthen or support something, especially by adding another material to it, to make a motion, idea, etc. stronger.
Examples:
Reinforce the military. Reinforce good behavior. We should reinforce the troops at the front line.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Assess.
To judge or decide the nature or quality of someone or something.
Examples:
Assess a tax of £10. Assess the quality. Our company needs to assess the business impact of climate change.
Complacent.
Satisfied with the status quo and not wishing to make changes.
Examples:
Complacent attitude. Complacent with past successes. He became complacent in his job and stopped trying to improve.
Awesome.
Inspiring fear, admiration, or respect. Very good, nice, fun, etc.
Examples:
awesome mental faculty. Have an awesome birthday. There is a lot of awesome nature and food in Hawaii.
Humble.
Having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's quality or importance.
Examples:
a humble cottage. Humble opinion. The nobler, the more humble.
Infinite.
Unlimited or very great, impossible to measure.
Examples:
infinite appetite. Infinite in supply. The battle had an infinite impact on the nation.
Demonstration.
A display or show, often of a particular skill or product, intended to convince or persuade others.
Examples:
demonstration project. A campus demonstration. Thousands of people attended the protest demonstration against the proposed policy.
Objective.
A goal, aim, or purpose that is intended or sought after. A goal that is based on facts, evidence, or unbiased reasoning rather than personal opinions, feelings, or beliefs. Adjective, of or relating something that is based on facts and not influenced by personal feelings or biases.
Examples:
objective assessment. Financial objective. The study's main objective is to identify risk factors for heart disease.
Random.
Made, done, or happening without method, conscious decision, or any regular pattern.
Examples:
a random choice. Bombs fell at random. To find drunk drivers, police conduct random tests.
Jumble.
To mix or mingle various items, objects, or ideas together in a disordered or confused way, often resulting in a messy or chaotic situation. To create a disorderly or confusing arrangement of things. Examples: jumble in some herbs and spices. Jumble together different colors. The children jumbled up the puzzle pieces and had to start over. Confine. To restrict the movement of someone or something. Examples: confine themselves solely. Confine the scope of use. The animal was confined in a small cage. Possibility. A chance that something may happen or be true. Examples: possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase. Naturally. As might be expected, by natural manners. Examples: naturally arising. Naturally regenerated forest. He was naturally gifted.
Phrase.
A group of words that mean something specific when used together.
Examples.
Ready-made phrases. Noun phrase. We bought a Spanish phrase book.
Ken.
Knowledge, perception, understanding, or range of sight. Verb, to be aware of or know.
Examples.
Within my ken. Ken of the person. He had a good ken of the city and could easily find his way around.
Doll.
A child's toy that typically represents a human figure, especially a young girl, an attractive woman, a woman who is subservient or passive.
Examples.
Plastic doll. Rag doll. The antique doll was worth thousands of dollars.
Dot.
A very small circular mark, especially one that is printed.
Examples.
Connecting the dots. Dot blot method. The wallpaper had a pattern of pink dots on a white surface.
Creepy.
Causing an uneasy feeling of fear or unease.
Examples.
Feel creepy. Creepy atmosphere. The old, abandoned house was creepy and gave me the chills.
Melon.
Large fruit with a thick rind and fleshy, juicy interior, typically sweet and fragrant.
Examples.
Ripe melon. Juicy melon. She sliced the honeydew melon into small pieces for the fruit salad.
Dumb.
Lacking the power of speech, unable to speak, stupid, or lacking intelligence.
Examples.
Dumb creatures. Struck dumb. He made a dumb mistake and forgot to submit the report on time.
Underscore.
To give extra weight to communication, to draw a line or lines under a word, sentence, etc., to call attention to it.
Examples.
Underscore an important fact. Underscore the severity. That incident underscored the vulnerability of the national defense system.
Necessarily.
In an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples.
Not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Deserve.
To be worthy of or entitled to something, especially something good or valuable.
Examples.
Deserve respect. Deserve this prize. The employee deserved the promotion for their hard work and dedication.
Justice.
The quality of being fair and reasonable and treating people equally according to their due.
Examples.
Criminal justice. Justice of heaven. The judge's ruling was based on the principles of justice and fairness.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples:
An indisputable logic. A demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
Creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Prompt.
To make someone decide to or try to do something, or to make something happen.
Examples:
Prompt a feeling of hunger. Prompt a debate. That incident prompted a nationwide chain reaction regarding the crackdown on illegal groups.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Overlook.
To fail to notice something, to watch over someone, to provide a view from above.
Examples:
Overlook a street. Overlook that fact. We cannot overlook an opportunity for great success.
Bestow.
To give something to somebody, especially as an honor or present.
Examples:
Bestow the name. Bestow a warm praise. He did not bestow one thought on his dead friend.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples:
Surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On 3 sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Physics.
The science of matter and energy and their interactions.
Examples:
Nuclear physics. Laws of physics. He studied the physics of radiation.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Association.
A people or groups of people who have joined in a single organization together for a particular purpose, a social or business connection or relationship.
Examples:
Word associations. A scholarship association. His membership in the association provided him with numerous benefits.
Gazillion.
Extremely large or many, used to express that something is abundant or exists in such large quantities that it's hyperbolically beyond count.
Examples:
Watch a gazillion movies. A gazillion possibilities. I have a gazillion things to do before the end of the day.
Partial.
Not complete, fragmentary, favoring somebody or something very much.
Examples:
Partial withdrawal. Partial knowledge. Although some progress had been made, the study's findings were partial.
Chart.
A visual display of information such as a diagram, lists of figures, etc., a map designed to assist navigation by air or sea.
Examples:
A weather chart. A statistical chart. This pie chart represents our market share.
Reconsider.
To think about a decision or opinion again to.
Examples:
Reconsider the determination. Reconsider my transfer. He humbly reconsidered his conduct.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
Vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Commonplace.
Occurring very often, lacking originality or interest.
Examples:
Become a commonplace sight. Commonplace event. Forgetting someone's name is a commonplace occurrence.
Absurd.
Ridiculously silly, unreasonable, or illogical.
Examples:
Absurd storyline. An absurd amount of money. We immediately rejected his absurd suggestion.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Recipient.
A person who receives something.
Examples:
A recipient of a Nobel Prize. A recipient of a lung transplant. When performing an organ transplant, it is necessary to test for compatibility between the donor and recipient.
Floppy.
Not stiff or firm, hanging loosely.
Examples:
Floppy infant. Floppy hat. The puppy's ears were still too long and floppy for its head.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples.
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Documentary.
A film or a radio or television program that gives facts and information about a subject, of or derived from official documents.
Examples.
A documentary film. Documentary proof. He won an award for that short documentary.
Recursion.
The process of repeating or looping through a set of instructions or functions within another function, often used in programming and computer science.
Examples.
Recursion depth. Recursion limit. The team encountered an infinite recursion error in their code, causing the program to crash.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples.
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Repetition.
The act of doing or saying something many times.
Examples.
Repetition of the word. Habitual repetition. Repetition is the mother of all learning.
Ritual.
Any customary observance or practice, any prescribed procedure for conducting religious ceremonies.
Examples.
A ritual dance. Morning ritual. The woman of the house does the holy ritual of lighting 2 candles.
Inkjet.
Of or relating to a type of printing technology commonly used in printers and other imaging devices, that is a method of producing hard copies of digital images or documents by propelling tiny droplets of ink onto paper or other printable surfaces.
Examples.
Inkjet printing. Inkjet droplet. The printer used inkjet technology for high-quality prints.
Gesture.
A movement of the hands, head, or face that express a particular meaning.
Examples.
Gesture of goodwill. Hand gesture. She made a facial gesture to express disagreement.
Cliché.
A phrase or expression that has become overused to the point that it has lost its original impact or meaning, a trite or unoriginal idea or statement.
Examples.
Cliché plot. Age-old cliché. Using the same cliché phrase in every conversation can take time and effort.
Wreck.
A ship that has sunk or has been destroyed, a vehicle that has been badly damaged in an accident.
Examples.
The house was a wreck. A worthless wreck. The divers accidentally discovered a wreck on the ocean floor.
Gravity.
The force that attracts a body towards the center of the earth or towards any other physical body having mass, a manner that is solemn.
Examples:
The attraction of gravity. Preserve my gravity. The astronaut felt weightless in space due to the absence of gravity.
Astonishing.
Surprising or shocking, difficult to believe.
Examples:
Astonishing achievement. Make astonishing gains. The news of her sudden death was astonishing to everyone who knew her.
Capability.
The ability, skill, or competence to do something, the potential or aptitude for a particular task or function.
Examples:
Capability assessment. Technological capability. The company's pricing strategy limits its capability to compete with other businesses in the market.
Hell.
The place thought to be where bad people go and are punished after death, often depicted as being located beneath the earth, an extraordinarily unpleasant or difficult place.
Examples:
Run like hell. Hell broke loose. The battlefield became hell on earth.
Intervention.
The action or process of being done to improve or help a circumstance, often they have not been asked to do so.
Examples:
Intervention by foreign powers. Surgical intervention. This intervention does not require the patient's consent.
Invitation.
A spoken or written request to participate or be present or take part in something.
Examples:
A letter of invitation. Invitation of foreign investment. I will be very happy to accept your invitation.
Practically.
Almost or nearly.
Examples:
Practically constant. Practically impossible to find a parking spot. The store is practically empty.
Beg.
To ask for something urgently or earnestly, to appeal to someone to do something.
Examples:
Beg the question. Beg for help. She begged her parents to let her go to the concert.
Reinvent.
To change something so drastically that it looks to be completely new.
Examples:
Reinvent local dishes. Reinvent our life. They have tried to reinvent their grocery stores.
Excuse.
A reason or explanation, either true or invented, given to justify a fault or defend your behavior. Verb, to make someone free from blame or clear from guilt.
Examples:
Excuse for inaction. Perfect excuse. He quickly fabricated an excuse for not attending the meeting.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Nerd.
A person who is very interested in and knowledgeable about a particular subject, such as computers, mathematics, chess, etc.
Examples:
A computer nerd. Nerd neck. He was, by nature, a cyber nerd.
Inspiration.
Something that motivates or encourages someone to create or achieve something, or a feeling of excitement or creativity.
Examples:
Source of inspiration. Get inspiration from nature. He found inspiration in the works of his favorite authors.
Damn.
To express disapproval of or disappointment in something or someone. To condemn or to curse, a swear word, an expression of anger.
Examples:
Damn the consequences. Damn with faint praise. The company's poor financial performance is likely to damn the CEO's chances of being re-elected to the board.
Wizard.
A person who is skilled in magic or a particular technical field.
Examples:
A wizard at chess. Financial wizard. He was a wizard at solving complex mathematical equations.
Beloved.
Loved very much.
Examples:
Beloved author. Beloved by many people. I am here to save my beloved.
Episode.
A happening or story that is distinctive in a series of related events, an abrupt short period during which someone suffers from the effects of a physical or mental illness.
Examples:
End of the first episode. Episode of vertigo. I want to put that episode of my life behind me.
Demonstrate.
To display something or give an exhibition to an interested audience.
Examples:
Demonstrate a difference. Demonstrate mastery. How can you demonstrate that the Earth is a sphere?
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Cone.
A geometric shape that tapers to a point at one end and has a circular base at the other end.
Examples:
Traffic cone. Ice cream cone. Cone-shaped cells in the eye's retina are responsible for color vision and visual acuity.
Tap.
To hit someone or something quickly, gently, and often repeatedly, to use existing resources, such as energy, knowledge, etc.
Examples:
Tap a new market. Tap keyboard with an index finger. To expand the company, we must tap new human resources.
Needle.
A thin, pointed object typically used for sewing or medical purposes, a metal or plastic instrument used for administering injections or drawing blood.
Examples:
Needle prick. Sewing needle. The acupuncturist inserted needles into specific points on my body to alleviate my pain.
Viola.
A stringed instrument of the violin family, slightly larger than a violin and tuned a fifth lower.
Examples:
Viola section. Pick up a viola. She had been playing the viola for over a decade.
Sew.
To join, fasten, or repair two pieces of something by putting the thread through them with a needle.
Examples:
Sew with thread. Sew a button. My mother taught me how to sew.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Boring.
Lacking interest or excitement, tedious or dull.
Examples:
Boring work. Boring day. The lecture was so boring that many people fell asleep.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Inordinate.
Excessive, unreasonable, or disproportionate, beyond what is considered normal or appropriate.
Examples:
Inordinate ambition. Inordinate interest. She had an inordinate amount of work to complete before the deadline.
Fidelity.
Faithfulness to a person, cause, or thing, loyalty or devotion to a duty or obligation, accuracy or exactness in reproducing or representing something.
Examples:
Fidelity guarantee deposit. High fidelity music. The couple promised each other fidelity in their marriage vows.
Supple.
Flexible and easy to bend or move, gracefully agile, adaptable or responsive to change or new ideas.
Examples:
Supple muscles. Supple leather. The ballerina's supple movements left the audience mesmerized.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Mast.
A long pole aboard a boat or ship that holds up the sails.
Examples:
Mast height. Built up mast. The main cabin is located in front of the mast.
Flex.
To show off one's strength, power, or possessions, to bend or be capable of bending easily.
Examples:
Flex a finger. Flex diplomatic muscle. The gymnast was able to flex his muscles to perform the difficult routine.
Disc.
A flat, circular plate, typically made of metal, glass, or plastic, used for storing data or playing music.
Examples:
Disk drive. Disk space. The computer's hard disk was full, so she had to delete some files.
Guise.
The outward appearance or aspect of someone or something, especially in a way that is different from usual or concealing the true nature.
Examples:
In the guise of a woman. Under the guise of friendship. They operated an illegal business under the guise of an employment agency.
Segue.
To make a smooth and uninterrupted transition from one topic or activity to another.
Examples:
Segue the conversation. Segue between topics. He smoothly segued from one topic to the next during his presentation.
Comparison.
The consideration or examination of the similarities between two or more people or things.
Examples:
Ease of comparison. Comparison of foods on a caloric basis. I've included the two designs for a comparison.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Uncover.
To remove the cover from something, to discover something previously unseen or hidden.
Examples:
Uncover a potential problem. Uncover the truth. He continued his investigation and soon uncovered another crime.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
Silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Scary.
Causing fear or fright, frightening, intimidating.
Examples:
Scary dream. Scary story. The horror movie was so scary that I couldn't watch it alone.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Loophole.
A gap or weakness in a legal or bureaucratic system that allows for the exploitation of unintended benefits or avoids penalties.
Examples:
Legal loophole. Finding a loophole. A loophole in the tax code allows some people to avoid paying taxes legally.
Sleepwalk.
To walk about or perform other physical activities while asleep or in a sleep-like state. To engage in automatic behavior while asleep.
Examples:
Sleepwalk through life. Sleepwalk at night. My sister used to sleepwalk as a child, but she eventually outgrew it.
Forth.
Forward, outward, or onward in location, direction, or progress, into view or consideration, with confidence, boldness, or in the open.
Examples:
Bring forth a beautiful vase. Call forth demand. I pushed forth with my new project, even though it would take much hard work.
Faith.
Complete trust in something or someone's ability or knowledge, a strong belief in religion, divine power, etc.
Examples:
Religious faith. Faith in government. He kept his robust faith in his company.
Hack.
To hit and cut somebody or something roughly and violently, to find a bug in a computer program and break into their systems or networks.
Examples:
Hack through the jungle. Hack into the program. This blog offers a variety of tips for hacking everyday life.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with the desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Skepticism.
An attitude of doubting or questioning that claims or statements are true or valuable, or that something will happen, the disbelief in any claims of ultimate knowledge.
Examples:
Natural skepticism. Skepticism toward bureaucracy. This party expresses skepticism about the efficacy of the health insurance system.
Commuter.
A person who regularly travels long distances between their home and place of work, typically by public transportation or car.
Examples:
Commuter shuttle. Daily commuter. The commuter train was delayed due to a signal failure on the line.
Alternate.
Occurring or existing one after the other regularly.
Examples:
Alternate choice. Every alternate year. The cleaning lady comes on alternate Wednesdays.
Specifically.
Only associated with or meant for one thing.
Examples:
Designed specifically for men. For specifically American customers. This ad campaign is aimed specifically at young women.
Meticulously.
With great attention to detail, thoroughly and carefully.
Examples:
Meticulously crafted product. Meticulously executed. She meticulously planned every detail of her wedding.
Recreate.
To make something that existed previously happen or appear to exist again.
Examples:
Recreate a single country. Recreate the feeling of the 1920s. She recreated the atmosphere of the pre-war age with her stage setting.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Depict.
To illustrate someone or something in a photograph.
Examples:
Depict a scene. Depict a feeling of isolation. His son had accurately depicted the bloom.
Conceptualization.
The process of forming or developing an abstract idea or concept, often through the use of language or other symbolic representations.
Examples:
Conceptualization of a problem. The conceptualization of the sculpture. The conceptualization of the project took several weeks to complete.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
Organ bleeding. damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Execute.
To kill someone, especially as a legal punishment, to carry out or perform an action, duty, etc.
Examples:
execute a bold strategy, execute a double play. The mafioso who collaborated with the police was executed.
Counterfeit.
Made in imitation of something else to deceive or defraud, not genuine or authentic.
Examples:
counterfeit document, counterfeit money. The company hired a team of experts to identify counterfeit products in their supply chain.
Permission.
Consent or authorization given by someone in authority or by the owner of something, allowing someone to do something or allowing something to occur.
Examples:
grant permission, permission for permanent residence. I asked my boss for permission to leave early for a doctor's appointment.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
a mass of molten rock, critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Fake.
Not genuine, fraudulent, or counterfeit.
Examples:
fake police officer, spread of fake news. The Prime Minister was not well prepared for the debate and faked it.
Frank.
Honest and sincere, open and candid in expression.
Examples:
frank and open discussion. Make a frank apology. Full involvement means frank and prompt responses.
Depress.
To make someone feel sad, low in spirits, or without hope, to make markets, businesses, etc., less active.
Examples:
depress their spirits, depress crop prices. The economic recession depressed the housing market.
Ostensible.
Appearing or seeming to be true, genuine, or plausible, but not necessarily so, outwardly appearing or declared to be one thing while being something different or hidden.
Examples:
ostensible reason, ostensible explanation. The ostensible purpose of the meeting was to discuss budgeting, but the real topic was employee layoffs.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
health policy, foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Withdrawal.
The act of taking money out of an account, the act of ceasing to participate in an activity and moving or taking something away or back.
Examples:
Deposits and withdrawals. Withdrawal from membership. NATO's allied forces made a strategic withdrawal.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Occupy.
To consume all of someone's space, attention, or time.
Examples:
Occupy his time. Occupy a position. The young prince will soon occupy the throne.
Maximum.
The largest or greatest amount or value attainable or attained.
Examples:
Maximum limit. The maximum speed. The maximum temperature recorded this summer was higher than average.
Wage.
A particular amount of money that somebody earns, usually every week or every month, for work or services.
Examples:
Unpaid wages. Increase in the minimum wage. His wages continued to rise as his skills improved.
Ginormous.
Combination of gigantic and enormous, extremely large.
Examples:
Ginormous elephant. Ginormous skyscraper. The construction site was filled with ginormous pieces of heavy machinery.
Inequity.
A lack of fairness or justice, an unfair or unequal situation or practice.
Examples:
Inequity in education. Market inequity. There's an inequity in the criminal justice system that needs to be addressed.
Earner.
An individual who earns money through their work or employment.
Examples:
Self-employed earner. High earner tax. As a full-time earner, I must work hard to support my family.
Civic.
Of or relating to a town, city, or the people who live in it.
Examples:
Civic activity. Civic center. The city promotes civic collaboration in community development.
Curriculum.
A series of subjects comprising a course of study in a school, college, etc.
Examples:
A curriculum vitae. An academic curriculum. A committee was appointed to manage the reorganization of the curriculum.
Stud.
A small object with a head on one end and a sharp point on the other, used for fastening clothing, leather, or other materials. An animal used for breeding, typically a male horse or bull that is of superior breeding stock. Verb, to decorate or adorn with studs, to provide with studs for support.
Examples:
Horse stud, wall stud. He bought a new stud to attach the strap to his watch.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy, government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Slogan.
A short, catchy phrase or motto that is used by a person, organization, or company to promote a particular product, cause, or idea.
Examples:
Catchy slogan, advertising slogan. The company spent months researching and testing different brand slogans before finally settling on "Just Do It" as their new tagline.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
Hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Postdate.
To assign a later date to something than when it was actually written or created, to occur or happen after a particular time or event.
Examples:
Postdate a contract. Postdate a letter. They accidentally postdated the check, causing it to be rejected by the bank.
Artifact.
A person-made object, especially one of historical or cultural interest.
Examples:
Paleolithic artifacts. Peruvian artifacts. The museum has a vast collection of Greek artifacts.
Utopian.
Ideal and perfect, relating to or resembling a utopia, equals an ideal and perfect society.
Examples:
Utopian society. Utopian goal. He had a utopian vision of a world without war.
Blueprint.
A photographic print of an early plan for a building or machine.
Examples:
Blueprint for economic reform. Architect's blueprint. A business plan is a blueprint for your success.
Attain.
To achieve or reach a goal or level of success.
Examples:
Attain success. Attain a complete victory. She is determined to attain her degree in computer science.
Hoax.
A deliberately fabricated deception, often intended to trick or mislead people into believing something that is not true, a practical joke or prank.
Examples:
Suspect a hoax. Hoax email. The newspaper article was revealed to be a hoax.
Suspend.
To stop something from continuing or being in force or effect, either temporarily or permanently, to hang something freely.
Examples:
Suspend a decision. Suspend fruits from the ceiling. The university suspended the most recalcitrant demonstrators.
Impeccable.
Without flaw or fault, perfect or flawless, incapable of doing wrong or making mistakes, of the highest quality or standards.
Examples:
Impeccable reputation. Impeccable taste. His impeccable manners and appearance made him stand out from the rest of the guests.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Reaction.
A response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. In chemistry, a process in which one or more substances are changed into others.
Examples:
Chemical reaction. Trigger a reaction. There was a chemical reaction of the lime with the groundwater.
Radical.
Relating to the essential aspects of anything, far beyond the norm, mainly used of opinions and actions.
Examples:
A radical flaw in the plan. A radical cure. The government established by the coup was more radical than before.
Believable.
Able to be accepted or easily believed, convincing or plausible.
Examples:
Believable story. Believable excuse. The novel's plot was so well written that it seemed believable and realistic.
Typography.
The art or process of printing with type, the design, layout, and arrangement of printed material, including text and images.
Examples:
Typography skills. Typography layout. I love the bold typography used in this book's chapter heading.
Layout.
The way in which the parts of something are arranged or set out.
Examples:
A keyboard layout. The layout of a book. He designed the layout of the office to maximize efficiency.
Advertise.
To draw attention to something such as a product, service, or event in public, to encourage people to buy, use, or attend it.
Examples:
Advertise the campaign. Advertise on social media. We want to advertise our company through your media.
Venue.
A location or place where an event or activity takes place, a place where something happens or is performed.
Examples:
Venue capacity. Wedding venue. The concert venue was packed with excited fans.
Amend.
To change a text, law, statement, etc., slightly to remove faults or errors or to improve it.
Examples:
Amend a law. Amend his writing. The president agreed to amend the ill-defined regulations.
Wrongdoing.
An improper or illegal behavior or action.
Examples:
An accusation of wrongdoing. Willful wrongdoing. The CEO of the company denied any wrongdoing while admitting to mismanagement.
Flat pack.
A type of furniture or product that is shipped and sold in a flat, disassembled form, typically consisting of a series of panels, pieces, and fasteners that can be assembled and arranged according to instructions.
Examples:
Flat pack furniture. Flat pack dining set. I assembled my new dresser from a flat pack kit I bought online.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Zigzag.
Having short, sharp turns or angles.
Examples:
Zigzag sewing machine. A zigzag line. We had to go through a zigzag course.
Peg.
A small cylindrical or tapered pin used to fasten or secure something, such as clothing, on a line, or in carpentry and woodworking. Verb, to fasten or secure something using a peg or similar object. To mark or indicate a level or position using a peg or similar object.
Examples:
Peg in the ground. Peg an exchange rate. The sheep were tagged with numbered plastic pegs in their ears.
Nefarious.
Extremely wicked or criminal, evil or immoral, often used to describe someone engaged in sinister or unlawful activities.
Examples:
Nefarious intentions. Nefarious activities. The undercover investigator exposed the nefarious plan before any harm could be done.
Diamond.
A precious stone made from pure carbon, typically transparent and colorless, but possibly tinted in various colors. A shape or arrangement resembling the geometric form of a diamond.
Examples:
Diamond ring. Diamond necklace. The engagement ring was adorned with a large, sparkling diamond.
Don.
A Spanish gentleman, a university lecturer, especially a senior member of a college at Oxford or Cambridge.
Examples:
the Don of the University. Don Giovanni. He could never go against what Don Carlos said.
Prosthetic.
Of or relating to an artificial part of the body, such as a limb, a heart, or a breast implant.
Examples:
Have prosthetic arms. Prosthetic limbs. New prosthetic joints are less prone to metal poisoning.
Pollute.
To make an area or substance, such as land, air, water, etc., dirty or harmful to living things, by adding waste matter or harmful chemicals.
Examples:
Pollute the air. Pollute the thread. We should do our best not to pollute the environment.
Transport.
A system for moving people or products from one location to another using automobiles, roads, and so on.
Examples:
Transport facilities. Access to public transport. Enhanced rail transportation is crucial for our business.
Conscience.
The inner sense of what is right or wrong in one's conduct or motives.
Examples:
Conscience decision. Conscience vote. He had a strong conscience and always tried to do the right thing.
Subway.
An underground railway system, typically in a city.
Examples:
Subway train. Rapid transit subway. He took the subway to work every day to avoid traffic congestion.
Rainbow.
An arch of colors in the sky caused by the refraction and dispersion of sunlight through rain.
Examples:
Marine rainbow. Rainbow after a storm. She was mesmerized by the rainbow's colors.
Forego.
To precede or go before something in time or order. To give up, relinquish or do without something, usually by choice or obligation.
Examples:
Forgo dessert. Forgo the privilege. The company decided to forego the expensive advertising campaign and instead rely on word of mouth.
Superficial.
Existing or occurring only at or on the surface, appearing to be true or real only until examined more closely.
Examples:
Superficial wound. Superficial knowledge. The journalist's superficial reporting should have captured the full scope of the issue.
Sheer.
Complete or total, often used to emphasize the extreme or uncompromising nature of something, not mixed with anything else, transparent or nearly transparent.
Examples:
Sheer cliff. Sheer fabric. The sheer beauty of the sunset left us in awe.
Brazen.
Bold and without shame or embarrassment, made of or resembling brass, equals a metal alloy of copper and zinc.
Examples:
Brazen lie. Brazen painted faces. The brazen thief stole the diamond right out of the display case.
Rip.
To tear something or be torn violently or suddenly.
Examples:
Rip a notebook apart. Rip a hole in the roof. During transit, the stuff may rip off the luggage tag.
Lever.
A handle used to operate a vehicle or a machine, a rigid bar resting on a pivot so that one end of it can be pushed or pulled easily.
Examples:
A gear change lever. Lever for reform. This initiative will be a lever for increasing company sales.
Pathway.
A track that constitutes or serves as a path, an approach, or a way of doing something.
Examples:
Pathway to understanding. Cellular signaling pathways. When the first molecule in the pathway receives a signal, it activates other molecules.
Reject.
To refuse to accept, consider, or use something or someone.
Examples:
Reject the proposal. Reject all imperfect merchandise. The company rejected the job candidate's application due to a lack of experience.
Rearrange.
To change the order or position of things already made, to change the time, date, or place of an event already planned.
Examples:
Rearrange the furniture. Rearrange his schedule. Please rearrange these files as we start a new project tomorrow.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
Expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Notion.
A general idea or understanding of something, particularly an abstract or complex concept, a belief or opinion, often one that is not based on solid evidence or facts.
Examples:
Notion of success. Vague notion. The notion of time travel has long fascinated scientists and fiction writers alike.
Avenue.
A wide road in a town or city, especially with trees or tall buildings on both sides, a line of approach.
Examples:
An avenue of poplars. An avenue to success. They explored every avenue they could think of.
Rational.
Based on reason or logic, using good judgment and sound thinking.
Examples:
Rational decision. The rational faculty. The rational approach to problem solving involves weighing all options. To make a loud, harsh breathing sound while sleeping, often due to an obstruction in the airways or other respiratory issues. To sound boring, monotonous, or dull.
Examples:
Snore in my sleep. Snore peacefully. I couldn't sleep because my roommate snored loudly every night.